Hello. Hello. I have a very sore throat at the moment. I'm a little bit sick. I'm a little bit sick. And I also went to rehearsals today and sang on top of my throat being bad. I now just sound like a sexy, husky ex-smoker. My name is Connie Campsey. Hi. If you don't know who I am, hi. I'm Connie Campsey. I am a singer. I'm working late because I am a singer. And I am talking to you about my latest single, Burner. I just want to deep dive onto it, basically. So strap on and strap in. We're going to go for a wild ride. I wrote this song after my curiosity just got the better of me. And I looked at my ex's Instagram, even though they blocked me, like my nose. And we blocked each other, and that's the normal human grown-up thing to do. But you can really quickly make a fake Instagram, like a burner Instagram, that's connected to my account, which is crazy. I didn't even have to make up a new email. Like, it was all the same thing. I called my profile Gabe is Making Pigs 101 because I was watching The Office US and Gabe was making pigs and blankets, and that was just on in the background, and so that was the first thing that I wrote. So Gabe is Making Pigs 101, and I found his profile and I was really pissed off. Our social media presence is always like the highlight reel of our lives, right? Like, we all know that. The portrayal of his life was very perfect, and I basically was saying to myself, this isn't you. Like, this, I know you. This whole thing that you created is not you. You are falsely selling something. And it brought up all of these memories of things that happened in our relationship, things that we'd said to each other, the things that we did to each other. And I was just like, fuck you, man. So I wrote all of these lyrics. It's not the most groundbreaking lyrics in the world. I just was saying what I was experiencing, because I didn't really think the song was going to go anywhere. I didn't even know if it was a song. I was just like, I just need to write this, that, and then put it to one side. And then about 2 weeks later, I had a writing session booked in with Ian Berryman. Shout out, Ian. We'd never worked together before. I'd never met the man. I turned up and I was like, look, I usually would just like write something together in the room, but I have all of these lyrics. Like, do you think we should just like make something with this? And he picked up the guitar and started playing, and I was like, dun 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 dun. Sorry, my voice is there. But I just started singing the song. We did it on the guitar, and then Ian gets on the piano, and that upright piano in his studio is just, it's this Yamaha upright piano, and it's so good. This is what the stem sounds like of the piano. Isn't that so beautiful? Just how it sounds, just sound of it is just so good. Oh. I listened to it on repeat for like months. It sat in a Dropbox, but I knew that the song was like the beginning of a new musical direction. And this EP is kind of centered around Burner, if I really think about it. It's centered around Now That I Know You, the title track, and this song. And when we recorded it that day, we recorded the piano and the guitar, and Ian thought about re-recording the piano and the guitar, but he was just, I was like, what are you looking for? Like, it's already so great. And sometimes you re-record things that are on the demos because you want to get a higher quality version of them, or there's a mistake in it. It was the same thing with the vocal. Like, we tried to record the vocal a bunch of other times, like a bit more like properly, but the demo vocal just hit really well. So that's the demo vocal. I think it's the demo piano and the demo guitar. The only things we really re-recorded on it were the drums that Freddie did. And I talk a bit more about my experience with recording the drums with Freddie on the Never Get It Right video that is this same setup. But the thing that's interesting about this song is that the drums are very, very minimal. Most of the time they're just a kick drum. But rather than playing it with his foot, Fred got a mallet and hit the kick drum. I get really, really into it when I play it live, which I will be doing on the 6th of June. On the 6th of June at the Slaughtered Lamb. It's kind of in between Old Street and Barbican for my East London gals. It's going to be celebrating the launch of my next EP, which comes out next week. It's 22nd of May today, as you can see from the corner of my screen. It comes out next week, so by the time this comes out, it will probably be out or about to be out. I wanted to make a music video for Burner. I'm a very visual person in general, but I think that music for me is very visual, and I think that kind of comes from watching the music video channels back when I was a kid. It's crazy to think that, like, we don't really have that anymore. That makes me kind of sad. Makes me really sad, actually. That was such an important part of my childhood. It meant that I discovered new music, but as I was discovering it, I was also like understanding like the brand, the art, the artist, the group, like whatever. Oh my god, the I Don't Love You, My Chemical Romance music video. Oh my god, that was the first one that I saw. That I was like, I understand that the death of the music video is something that people talk about now, but I just don't allow it. I'm like, it's such a crucial part of the music. To me, it's crazy. Like, if I could afford to do a music video for every song, you know, I would. I've always been into music videos. I've also been into tarot for a while. I'll be in a situation in real life and it will remind me of a tarot card. Like, after I wrote Burner and I was like, oh, this feels like the beginning of something new. To me, it's like, this is giving Ace of Swords. No, not Ace of Swords. Maybe Ace of Swords, to be fair, but more like Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. For a long time, I had the Six of Swords that I sort of likened to the person that Burner is about. And the six of Swords is like somebody on a boat going through a passage, like moving on from something. And it's kind of like a painful journey, but a necessary one, and moving away from pain and moving on to like new direction, but it's still being like a painful experience. And so I was on the Six of Swords for a really, really long time with that person. And then it slowly started changing to the Eight of Swords, which is the image of somebody on a beach with a blindfold, and they are bound up around their chest, and they've got all these swords around them, and they're looking pretty desperado, since it looks like they're being held against their will. But upon some closer inspection, they are actually able to remove the binds around their body, and then therefore able to remove the blindfold, but they're kind of choosing to stay stuck there. And that is like how I ended up feeling about this ex relationship. So I really wanted to be this character, and I told the director / producer, Sully, of the music video, I was like, it's got to be on the beach and I have to be blindfolded. But the whole idea is that I should be able to break free from this blindfold, but I'm just not breaking free from the blindfold. And the blindfold idea really ties into the artwork. Sewing old pictures. This is the artwork for Burner, the like single artwork. That's me when I was blonde, and that is someone that I'm smooching with. I wanted to involve the red thread with the music video somehow, and I was like, where's that going to be? So the idea of it being around my eyes as like a blindfold, I was like, great, perfect, cool. And I will dress like the Eight of Swords as well, so I'll be like barefoot on a shingle beach. But I was like, I need to be blindfolded on this beach, and I need to be needing to shake myself free of something. And that something ended up being these three objects: On the Road by Jack Kerouac, the book, and Fiat 500 car keys, and my old phone, which is all smashed up. They were kind of symbolic of me trying to bury the hatchet. But that wasn't really enough for me, and I had to come back and destroy those hatchets. We ended up trying to film it two separate days, but we got stormed off. Storm Nelson came. Steady on, Conrad, steady on. and we just had to go home, which broke my heart because I really wanted to do it, but it was genuinely so unsafe. So with these tarot card themes, we recreated the Two of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Death card, which was by accident because we found this dead bird on the beach. And whilst it was quite sad to see it, we also like, this is quite beautiful. And I was like, let's sort of honor it by making a circle of stones around it. So we did. And then I was like, we should film that. Like that, we can't just leave. This has got to be documented. But because we had to postpone, we ended up recording on the super new moon eclipse. Means it's like the new beginning and letting go of old things. So for me to do essentially a fire ritual whilst I'm being like barefoot, which is extremely like grounding despite it being so painful on my feet, and being in the ocean, like all these things that already make us feel kind of like alive, to then do that on that day. And it was like a storm was coming in, and then the storm broke, despite it being a really hard thing to film with a really small team. We had a great time, but I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of this song. I'm so proud of this EP. I can't believe it comes out next week, and I can't believe that in a few weeks I'm playing the headline show for it, like the release show for it. If you haven't seen the video, you haven't heard the song, this has been a bit of a wild ride for you. If you have, and this has been fun, like I hope that it's been fun. And here's the new music, baby. Now That I Know You comes out on the 30th of May. You're gonna hear so many gay songs, it gets real gay. Bye.
I made a burner Instagram to see what's on your page. We blocked each other years ago, but we all find our ways. You made a plan of action, photo captions, hashtag blessed. Your living room's a magazine, the band turned out a mess.